Good morning. This is Sherry Schreiber of GettingBetter.com, coming at you with another Naked Truth. Well, I just rolled out of bed and I realized today that I hadn't given you my holiday video as promised as yet. And wow, the countdown has started. It's early December. And I think a lot of you are going to want to hear this, and maybe some of you will benefit from it. I'm going to talk about holiday depression today, what it is, what it isn't, and also speak to the sense of obligation that a whole lot of people have about going home for the holidays. First of all, I want you to give yourself permission not to go home for the holidays. If that's not a warm and nourishing and fun and enjoyable and pleasurable experience for you. In other words, if there's tension at home, if there's backbiting between the parents and the siblings or you, and there's manipulation, you feel manipulated there, you feel uncomfortable there, you don't have to go home for the holidays. If you find yourself dreading going home for the holidays, there's a good reason for that. Don't guilt or shame yourself for it. There's a very good reason why you feel that way and why this is not an event you're looking forward to attending. The truth is, I think there are a whole lot of people that feel this way. Maybe 70 to 80% of people feel this way. I used to find myself getting ready to go to my dad's for Christmas, my dad and my stepmother, and their house. And I was just in such a foul mood while I was dressing and putting my makeup on to get myself there. Now, once I was there, I had a pleasant time. There was nothing negative about it, but I didn't really grow up with a sense of family and connection and unity. So I think there was, for me, this element of, it felt hypocritical to go to a family function. And it took me years to figure that out. Like, why was I in such a bad mood while I was getting ready to go to this thing? So a lot of us feel this way. Or we may have come out of a family environment that felt somewhat toxic for us. Maybe we grew up feeling like an alien in our family, like we never really fit in. Like, everybody else was in one chapter and we were in another of the book. We never felt a sense of belonging. We never felt the warm, nourishing, connection with family members. And so going home for the holiday means re-exposing ourselves to a lot of those sensations that we literally grew up with, and that brought us unhappiness and a sense of shame and discontent and sadness and longing. So going home for the holidays, all those sensations get triggered for us. Friends of mine used to say to me while I was active in my practice for many years, my consulting practice, they used to say, are you busier this time of year, holiday season? Are you a lot busier, because people get depressed around the holidays? I go, no, my people come to me broken and depressed and deeply damaged on a core level. So holiday time doesn't bring up any special depression for them. They start out that way. But I want to talk to you also about holiday depression. It's not what you think. Holiday depression is not about Cleo, Cleo, stop. Okay, all that noise in the background, that gnawing, that's my dog that I adopted 7 weeks ago. Holiday depression is really not about, oh, I'm sad, I live across the country, or I live in another country, and I can't be with family during this time. That's not at all what holiday depression is about. Holiday depression is really shame-driven. It's really about noticing all the decorations that go up, starting even before Thanksgiving, for the Christmas holiday, which I have real issues with. I think it's absurd. And the Christmas music that starts around December 1st or before, and you can't find a radio station that isn't playing that shit. And you see what you think is the whole world having a good time and being joyous and happy and full of glee at this time of year. And you can't feel that way, and you think you should. What's wrong with me that I can't feel happy during the holiday? Well, there's a very good reason you can't feel happy during the holiday, and it ain't because you can't be with family. It's because you think everybody else is happy around this time of year and joyful and gleeful, and you can't feel that because you've never felt a sense of connection with your family. Never. It's never been there. So there's nothing really to celebrate in context of what the holiday connotes for us. Holiday connotes for us, oh, I should be happy and joyful and gleeful. It's a time to reconnect with family and be happy and feel a sense of belonging. Most of us never grew up with that. I sure didn't grow up with that. Now, this is not to say that this is fitting for you, that this is appropriate for you, that this is something that you have experienced. Maybe you love the holidays in spite of having grown up with a toxic family, and that's great. And you've learned to make your own traditions. You buy yourself a Christmas tree or a Hanukkah bush, and you decorate it, and you make special desserts or cookies during this time. And maybe you go to a few parties or office parties or hospital parties if you work at a hospital. And maybe it's just an enlivening time of year for you because there's this universal energy that people are carrying around. Oh, it's the holiday, I'm supposed to be happy. When many of them really are not. That's okay. If you like the holidays, that's great. But maybe you can like the holidays without feeling an obligation to be with family during that time. Unless family was a nourishing, warm, connected, happy, joyful experience for you. I've always encouraged my clients to make their own holiday traditions. Make your own holiday traditions. I used to take myself out to a couple of 3 movies at holiday time. There's always somebody who works at a projector at a movie theater. Always. So I used to take myself out to 2 or 3 movies in the theater. I used to take myself out for a nice meal, maybe in a Chinese or Szechuan or Japanese restaurant, so some place where they're not so Christmas oriented and you can actually get in and get a seat and get the food you like. Make your own holiday traditions. If you like to hike, climb a mountain. Take yourself, if you can afford to, on a little vacation. Take a road trip somewhere. and or fly somewhere that's warm and sunny and has a body of water you can swim in if you live in a cold climate. Make your own holiday traditions. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your solitude. Enjoy meeting new people. But don't ever, ever allow yourself to feel obligated to go home for the holidays. Your mother will survive without you there at the dinner table. She really will. You can say, Mom, I've made different plans this year, and don't expect me at Christmas dinner. Maybe your new tradition will be inviting friends of yours who also hate going home for the holidays and dread it. Maybe part of your new tradition is throwing a potluck at your house and having people bring different dishes to eat. And they're thrilled to have an excuse not to go home to their family for the holiday. Okay. This is just a little tidbit. I'm giving you permission to give yourself permission to not do something that you don't want to do. If you don't really want to be with family over the holiday, don't. Don't be with family. Do something that pleases you. Do something where you can be joyous and happy and find some pleasure during that holiday season. And let yourself off the hook for disappointing mother. She'll live. Trust me, she will. Take good care of you first and foremost. God bless you, and I hope you have a happy holiday and a restful and restorative one, regardless of what you decide to do. And bye for now.